Welcome to the Beck and Aiden's Celsius podcast featuring Uri Ponte and also guest starring Nikola. Today, the temperature is 55 Fahrenheit outside. How are you guys going?
Pretty great.
Pretty good. What about you, Beck?
I'm doing good. My back was breaking working on my Halloween costume.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
That sounds spooky.
I went to Michael's to get my Halloween stuff.
We should talk about some spooky movies.
Okay, good.
What's your favorite spooky movie?
Smooth transition.
Should we just go in around? Okay, so I would say, guys, do you like Scream? You've seen that movie?
That's the only horror movie I've seen, and I really liked it.
Though, I prefer Scary Movie.
Scary Movie is just a little...
I've also seen Scary Movie.
Scary Movie is a little too dumb for me.
But the monkey...
Well, yeah, that's why I like it, because I'm a big dumb.
The mask off of the monkey, and it turned out that the Scream guy was just a monkey was pretty funny.
Wait, I never finished it. Is that what happened?
Yeah, it turns out the Scream guy was
No,
just a
that's
monkey.
not what happened.
Okay.
That's not what it was.
Do you guys only like spoof movies for Halloween?
Yeah, my favorite movie is a spoof
I told you
movie.
before the pod, I watched Get Out, so pretty scary.
I watched Us because we had
I've also seen Us.
Is that a good movie?
Something I do with my friends every Halloween
Us
we
is a
watch
good
Hocus
movie.
Pocus. And this year on Disney Plus, Hocus Pocus 2 just came out, so we're gonna watch that this year.
Okay.
Guys, I think
Hocus Pocus is a good movie.
Guys, before we talk about scary movies, I think they should know who we are. So how about we go in a row and say who we are and why they should listen to us for now. And what's our connection?
That's true.
Okay, so I guess I'll start. Well, I'm Uri Ponte. I'm a high school student at Pali. And okay, so essentially how we started this, we were going to do it in video production, and...
Yeah, our teacher said, he was like, hey, you guys should do a podcast. And we're like, sure. And then we tried to get it off the ground last week. And he's like, well, let's just see when the time arises when it's okay to do it. And we're like, well, we'll just do it on our own now.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate because I kind of want to do it in the studio. So, but now...
That would have been awesome.
Now we have to kind of settle for doing it online. But at least now we can swear, you know? Damn.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I know, a little saucy.
Shoot.
So, who wants to go next?
Alright, I will go. My name is Beck Lyons, and I'm a talented video editor with 2 years of experience.
What have you edited, Beck?
I've edited hit film Celsius 232.
Ooh, so interesting.
No, you haven't. That movie's not real.
No, wait, no, 233's no way.
Didn't Bruno edit?
Bruno did edit that. I edited the Henry Lyons interview and created the in focus lower third.
You did. His name is. He's also known as Mr. Mogert.
That's the thing he did.
If you hear it.
Okay, so...
Anyway, I'm so excited for this podcast. That's why I'm in my Halloween costume. You can't see it, but it's pretty spooky.
The audio listener, I wish you could
who are you,
see
though?
What's happening with Nikola. He has a cool-ass costume.
Everyone is audio listener.
Okay, but Nikola, tell us about yourself.
Who's Nikola? We haven't introduced him.
Anyway, I'm Nikola. I'm a freshman at Pali. I'm kind of a goofball. I'm wearing a banana costume now.
You're not a
freshman.
You're not a freshman.
Oh shit, I forgot about that. I'm a sophomore now. Fuck.
Why are you talking as if you're like a news reporter?
No.
It's a casual conversation podcast.
Okay, so
we're here to...
So, what movies have you worked on in our video production class? Which is how we all know each other. We were in a big group last year.
Yeah.
And there's more people in the group, but we couldn't get them on the podcast. Maybe in future guests, we get Angie or Bruno or somebody. But
is that Bruno Wu? Check him out at r/Bruno Wu.
Oh yeah, but
r/Bruno.
So what movies have you worked on in video production, Nikola?
I've worked on a couple movies. Let me bring up the titles really quickly. They were quite personally very good. In my favorite one, I was playing a character that was starring in Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness, but
know you
they weren't
didn't.
giving me free tickets. So anyway,
That one was
I
a
was
really
able
good
to
one.
really
That-
get
your
into
acting
the
was really
psyche
good.
of that character. So I was able to understand him, and I acted the hell out of that sale. I honestly think that was one of my best performances.
You're acting like you're still the character.
Okay, well, for one, you didn't edit that, and yeah,
So
okay.
Aiden, tell us about you.
I'm Aiden Shumaker. I'm a senior at Pally. I've worked on such hitting films as A Man Hopes to Put His Poster Up, the music video to the Beatles' hit song "Fool on the Hill," actor
Cannot
and
play
director.
because it's too much money.
Actor and director of They Know, and also the
A producer of We
cinematographer for the recent Henry Lyons interview.
Okay, wait, can you tell us a bit about that? Who is Henry Lyons? You keep mentioning him.
You should just watch. You should just watch the interview. Is what I gotta
Right.
say. Watch my cut because Beck's cut has too many jump cuts in it and is kind of all over the place and hurts to watch.
Oh my
I
god,
agree with
you're
that
insulting
statement.
my craft live on TV.
Anyway, we should talk about our scary movie.
The problem with
Okay.
mine was I had too much of cutting.
Okay, now
B-roll.
guys.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay,
that
guys.
was really
now,
good.
speaking of scary movies, we as a group we made the double feature. They Know and We Know. Let's talk
All
a little
right,
bit.
talking about scary movies, we as a group made
I just
two
said
hit
that,
movies
Nicholas.
called We Know and They Knew.
They knew.
They're
They
back to
knew.
back.
I knew we were gonna regret having Mr. Tesla on the podcast.
Nicholas, what? How do you even say your last name?
Krstic.
What?
Nikola
Krstic.
Krstic.
Fish stick? I don't know
Krstic.
what you're saying.
Chris stick, like a crispy stick.
Okay, so We Know and They Know. It was. I think we came up with the idea. It was like me, Bruno, and Angie. We kind of like we were essentially the leaders of the group. Not to lie.
Oh
then
yeah,
I was
yeah,
sit-
totally.
Yeah.
I was the lead
And
actor.
so essentially, we had
I
this
was
idea
also
that
there.
Beck, shut up. Let me talk.
we was talking. You literally said shut up to an empty
No,
room.
we should talk about how
like,
Nathan
no
did
one's talking.
absolutely
Shut
nothing
up.
every
We're not
single
talking
time.
about Nathan. Nathan, guys, if he was on the
Nathan doesn't
podcast
exist.
as
You
a
haven't
guest,
introduced him.
he'd be blank the entire time.
That's a slide whistle moment.
He would never be able to get introduced. We would always keep interrupting him.
Okay.
That's true.
Okay. So,
Okay.
okay, let me
really
tell.
bad
So
for
Beck
us to edit
essentially was a
this.
guy who works at a newspaper, like company. Is that what you call them, or age?
A
News company?
Okay.
He was something. That's for sure.
And so he's investigating this cult, and then in like in the time span of I guess like a few minutes, a cult comes to his newspaper agency, and nobody else is there to help him, and he has to run, and then
Get a soundboard ready for
How
that.
did you get the soundboard?
No, you gotta play the bell ding sound whenever the cult members show up.
and so
That's a rubber chicken moment.
let me finish my story. Okay, so he's running, and this is a little BTS. We did a cut between takes, and Beck changes his haircut, and nobody noticed. I
That's
guess.
crazy.
But
Everyone noticed. It was very obvious.
It was supposed to be a discontinuity editing to bring attention to the viewer that the scene is like unnatural.
anyway, and so
You're right.
And then it gets cut off where he's not in the elevator anymore, and we don't know what happened. Presumably, he was killed by the cult. Then it's my movie where I'm the lead actor, and so I was his friend from the first movie, who's trying to hunt down where he is, and so
He was really into NFTs in the story.
that's in the
He
first, that's in
was.
your
I-
movie.
That was a very. Yeah, but it's
It's
like
not-
key detail.
okay.
Come
And so essentially, I'm trying to find out where he is. I go to his house. So for some reason, I have the key to his house, and I get in. I found out he has a journal where he talks about his newspaper ideas, I guess. And it turns out he becomes like part of this cult, and I'm also being chased by the same cult people that he was
I
chased,
did it.
chased
Okay.
by. And so then
And
and then Nikola?
Yeah, I capture you. I remember. I capture you, and then you're on the field. We're all
No,
surrounding you.
no.
I'm about to-
No. I capture him.
No.
Hey, no. I capture him because that's the only thing I do in the movie.
No, you also stand menacingly while I stand in front of him and say, "You shouldn't have looked for us," and then have Beck, and then
No,
Beck
no.
comes in front of us.
No,
takes off his mask and
because
goes,
I'm the
"Oh
boss."
my god! And then they know.
Yeah.
That's
And
true.
so-
And I
then-
also am like in like the worst
Beck,
costume.
can you tell us about what was like filming that for you? Because it took a long time, if I recall.
Yeah, I remember that there was this scene where I had to run down the stairs, and then Bruno kept yelling at me because I was running down the stairs too fast. So I had to like slow down and like run less panicky, and it was cringe.
And if I recall correctly, did Angie get mad at you for getting a haircut?
Maybe.
I think so. But also my hair was way too long in the first version. I had to keep like swiping the hair out of my face. every
No,
5
that's just
seconds.
something you do.
Yeah, it's his signature move.
It is my signature
We
move.
know.
It's like my snap attack.
Okay, and then I'll tell us about our experience because Aiden, we filmed most of our stuff in like a day.
We did.
And
Probably should have taken more takes.
yeah.
Especially
But
looking
I
at
would
it now.
say if I were to, I probably would redo it again if I had the opportunity. But I mean, I don't feel like I need to do it.
Also, I don't remember.
We're not gonna
Was a
remake, we
requirement of
know.
it to be in black and white? Did we just
I think we
decide
just
to do
did that. There was movies
It
where it
was
had
ver-
to be black and white, but I don't think
All
with
right,
this
I
one.
think if we do it again, let's not
No,
make
it
it
had to
black,
be black and
and
white.
white.
It's
If
more,
we can,
I would
do it
love to
again.
remake the
I think
movie.
it was just after we saw like what was it? What was the movie we saw in his video production? It was like the old movie.
Vertigo.
Yeah.
Vertigo.
Yeah, oh my
Oh.
god! And Vertigo is not.
I like
Vertigo's
Vertigo.
in color though.
Yeah. So
No, it wasn't.
No. The one with like the
It was in color.
giant alien. Remember
That's
the
Wolf.
alien one where,
That's
like,
the day the
Oh,
Earth
their
stood
day the
still.
Earth stood
Yeah.
still.
I actually have a poster of that in my room.
No, that was for something different though.
Yeah.
That was an analogy
But that was
about
also,
climate
like,
change
was
and
it?
nuclear war.
was it?
It was an analogy about nuclear
Yeah,
war.
it can also be applied to climate change.
That-
No, it cannot.
Though. I think it can.
You must interpret art the way only I see
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, that's how art works. Speaking of art,
That is
let's
how
go
art
around the
works.
table and discuss what we've been watching recently.
Great transition, Aiden. I'll start first.
Yeah.
Standing, Aiden.
Guys,
All right.
have you guys heard of House of the Dragon?
I haven't seen Game
I-
of Thrones. So
I haven't also seen Game of Thrones, but I've played as Arya in hit game
Oh my
Multiverses.
god, shut the.
Okay, so House of the Dragon is the prequel before Game of Thrones.
If you spoil Game of Thrones for me, I will murder you.
Wait, what?
IRL.
Okay,
Dude, that's just like in Game of Thrones.
It's going to be no spoilers. Right now, I'm just saying what my thoughts are. Okay, so Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
as we all know, ended tumultuously. Nobody really liked the ending. It ended very
Yup.
poorly.
I agree with that.
That's true.
It sucked.
Yeah,
Genuinely.
I agree.
And
Unlike
so-
Breaking Bad.
And so essentially, everybody kind of like hated on this franchise. And so when they announced all these spin-offs, people were like, "Who the fuck cares?" You know, like why would we care about a franchise that broke
It's like
our
kicking a
hearts?
dead horse.
Yeah. But so
love kicking dead
essentially, House
horses.
of the Dragon had like 3 things to do. It needed to like make the franchise great again. It needed to make people more interested in God, and it needed to become a mainstream of popular culture. And by the first episode, people really liked it. I would agree. It had fun stakes. It was so essentially the story is about one of the family who was in power for most of like the world of Game of Thrones, but then by the time Game of Thrones happens, they're not in control anymore. And so we were seeing a civil war between the family like 100 years ago. And we're seeing different plays for the throne, different like action scenes and dragons and a lot of childbirth deaths, which
Something interesting I found in that movie is how often they time skipped. And
they time jump. Okay, if I were
so
to say
often.
they time jump.
But I think they do it somewhat well, at least with the actors, because I think that most of the actors do look like an older version of themselves.
Except for
Only
Kristen Cole.
person- Kristen Cole just never changes. I feel like he just.
There's a knight
doesn't
who's
change.
like basically an incel in the show, and he never changes.
No. Let me explain what happens with him. He, so pretty much the princess goes to bed with him, And then he's like, oh my god, this sucks because then I can get killed for this because, I'm supposed to be like pure and never do any like thing bad. And then eventually he just gives in and he tells her, yo, let's go run away. And she says, no, I need to go become a queen. And then he gets so fucking mad about that and then hates her for the rest of the show.
And
It's
then
so
he just
stupid.
joins her enemy.
Exactly. It's just like, he's just
Dude,
like,
I'm-
you know what? She didn't,
I'm a-
I didn't want to go with her because I was a Kingsguard, but now she won't go with me? That's kind of unfortunate. I'm going to go, like, call her a cunt and stuff.
Ooh.
Spicy.
I'm a
But no,
big
yeah.
fan of this spoiler-free review.
And, well,
It was
yeah.
totally
We're
spoiler.
literally
So
touching
ruined
on no
spoiler-free.
spoilers.
Anyway, but no, that's not that much. Anyway, but I think they mainly do this the time jump just to get to the main point of the story. Because in the last 3 episodes, that's where the rest of the story
Yeah,
takes
those
place.
seems to be the biggest ones.
Yeah, because they have one like
Alright,
that's a
well, if
10-year
we're-
time jump, a 6-year
I kind of
time
want to say
jump.
something, but it's kind of a spoiler, so I can't say it.
Yeah, don't say it then. Beck, what shows have you been watching recently?
Well, if we're talking about Game of Thrones, we should probably talk about that new Lord of the
I
Rings.
heard
Oh my
it was
god!
terrible.
Seen that?
I saw it, and this is what I'm gonna say. It's so just boring. There's like one good episode, and the rest is just kind of boring and not fun to watch.
I mean, it's made
Did
by
they spend like $1 billion?
Yeah, they did.
on
it's
like
made
most
by
expensive.
Amazon, so
Money just
but-
what-
went
what-
good.
I'm sorry to dethrone you,
Yeah.
Beck. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I have not
Yeah,
seen it.
that shows
I was
why.
like- I have seen some good shows though. I started watching Smiling Friends. And
Oh, I
getting
heard that's
at
good.
it, and that was really.
Oh,
fun.
Smiling Friends is a very good show. I'm glad that
It's like
people.
really short also.
Yeah, I mean
It's like
they're
only
they're
10
renewed
minutes
for a
episode.
season 2 though, so that's good. But I'm glad
Wait,
that
there's no season 2.
no, they're renewed for a season 2.
Dude,
but
that
I'm-
was another season. Oh my
No,
god.
it is renewed. It's not out yet. It just is.
Yeah, but I thought I could watch
Okay,
a second
okay,
season. I
Beck,
was-
just
I'm
tell us what
moving
you
on
like
the
about
last
the show.
episode. All right, so it's like really funny because it kind of feels like it's kind of like it's on like Adult Swim, so it has like no corporate oversight basically, so it feels like so creative and natural.
It's
like,
also
so
just
unfake.
a lot of it is kind of ad-libbed between like two actually good friends, beside like as a part to like Rick and Morty, who's just a guy talking to himself. But because it's created by just people who have been online for like a long time, like the past decade since the internet has kind of become very popular. And used to do like Newgrounds animations and stream them all the time on like Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that. And they're kind of just locked into internet culture. So the show kind of really shows a lot of that surreal internet humor and that not really any other shows show very well.
Good take. So, Aiden, obviously you've seen it, but what else have you been watching?
Recently I've been watching this anime Cowboy Bebop. I'm almost done with it.
Dude,
I only have, like, 3 episodes left.
So good.
I'm not.
Cowboy Bebop's very good. It's
I've been watching
I'm not an
Cowboy
anime
Bebop,
guy,
it's
but
good.
tell me what's it about?
So it's about these 4 bounty hunters. They fly around on this ship called the Bebop, hence the name Cowboy Bebop. And like bounty hunters are called cowboys in this universe. So Cowboy Bebop. It's about this guy named Spike, Jet, this girl named Faye, and Edward. And these 4 just kind of fly around space, fighting like criminals and like apprehending them, getting money. Usually they fail. Usually has a bad outcome. They're pretty poor throughout the whole movie, and they all hate our movie show, and they all hate each other a lot, and that's pretty funny.
Wasn't there a Netflix TV show, like a live action one?
do not
They made a
watch-
But then they
Netflix
can't.
live action, but I heard that it's
heard
actually
it's not
atrocious,
that
I
so
heard
I'm not
they
gonna watch
canceled
it.
like
It's
instantly.
atrocious.
That's why there's always the joke that the Netflix adaptation of it is always just like not good. It looks like it's budget.
I mean, Netflix has good things,
Yeah.
like especially anime. The Netflix
great-
anime
Yeah,
that they have,
it's
like
adaptation.
I mean, there's
Netflix
obviously
animes are bad.
the behemoth that is Stranger Things, but I don't want to get into that.
They have
'cause I
Stranger
mixed
Things.
feelings about that.
Okay,
Yeah, well,
I'll tell you
what-
something. Netflix has made like really good like animated stuff, BoJack Horseman is like
Oh
one
my
of my
god, that is
favorite
really
TV
good.
shows.
Oh,
Honestly,
they have like
love BoJack
recent
Horseman.
like cyberpunk anime. That one's pretty good. They have a lot of good
that
anime.
one's
They have
fire.
cyberpunk. They have the Castlevania anime. That one's on my list.
but
I
what
need
I'm
to
saying
watch
is the
that.
they don't have any good live action remakes of animes.
I mean,
Yeah,
That's
I don't
true.
think
Those
there should be
those don't
live
usually
action
turn out well.
remakes, should
dude,
there?
they're literally trying to make a live action Avatar.
The only like anime live action remake that has like seen any popularity is the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure one.
Really?
And
Is that-
well,
does that actually
the TV there's a TV drama based on like a spin-off series from it, and that one's very popular in Japan.
Okay, but
I heard the Alita Battle Angel.
oh yeah,
was
doesn't
kinda
that
good.
like a Spielberg thing?
Spielberg.
Spielberg. I wanna. There was a good show on Netflix. It was a drama. It was like a crime drama. It was Ozark. It was called Ozark. It was about like a guy.
Oh, my history teacher kept recommending.
Yeah, a guy
that to us.
essentially. He launders money for like a cartel, but then his like partner like tries to steal money from the cartel, and they kill the partner, and they're gonna kill him too because they think he's in charge. But then he says, "No, I can launder you like $500 million in 5 years if you send me to like Missouri, where I can like launder the money." And he's like, "Fine." All your family has to move to Missouri, and then like a bunch of the story and like cartel and different gangs in Missouri, like that's where it takes place.
I guess you could say he was stuck in misery.
Okay, Nikola, that was terrible, but what are you
Me
watching?
personally, I am watching. Damn, what have I watched recently? I think the most recent thing, because I just never watched it when it first came out, was Saul Goodman. Better
You mean
Call
Better
Saul.
Call Saul? Okay,
So
Oh,
I've
Better
been
Call Saul.
kind of caught up with. I've been trying to caught up with it.
Can I say
no
so-
spoilers because I'm pretty much like halfway through. No, I'm like 2/3 of the way through season 2. I've like just started.
Can I just go on a little rant right now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the internet, I feel like, well, it is funny. I feel like they kind of had a flawed perception of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul because while it could be very funny, I think it doesn't. It kind of masks how great both of these shows really are.
Well, I kind of disagree with that. I feel like you're able to watch the show through two different lenses if you want. You can watch it through like the meme lens or how you like watch the B
Yeah.
movie, or you can watch it through like considering it to be like a TV show that's actually really
Yeah.
good.
You can
Like,
just
I
do
watched it.
both.
I watched it like before the memes, and I thought it was good, and then after watching it after the memes, it's still good, and I can like swap between the two views I watch it on.
You know what's also funny about wait, did you see Breaking Bad also, Nicola?
Look at all of Breaking Bad.
And El Camino?
Yeah,
No, only Breaking Bad. I never watched El Camino.
you gotta watch El Camino, dude.
I kind of wanted to, but I never had a chance to.
You should,
Dude, there's a timeline order.
you have to watch El Camino before
you
Better
watch
Call
Breaking
Saul,
Bad.
man.
I see. Okay.
Anyway, but the thing is, Better Call
Do you watch?
What?
Do you watch Better Call Saul along with, along with
It'll be
Breaking
very
Bad, or
hard.
you watch the entire?
This is
No,
how,
I already watched all of Breaking
this
Bad.
is
I
how
just
you
started
have to do it,
Better
and
Call
in my
Saul.
mind, there is no other way to do it. So essentially, you have to watch Breaking Bad because Better Call Saul does not make sense without Breaking Bad.
Yeah, that it would
And
not
so then
make
you have to
sense
watch
if you
El
hadn't
Camino,
seen Breaking Bad.
which I mean, because Better Call Saul came out before El Camino, it's fine if you watch it first. But now, if you're watching it now, you should watch El Camino, then Better Call Saul, because Better Call Saul, it's a spin-off and it's a prequel, but like 95% of it is a prequel and 5% of it's in the post Breaking Bad because like Saul is like in hiding and like he's of the actions he did in Breaking Bad. And so 5% of it is like him in the future. Each season starts with him like a scene of him hiding in black and white, and 95% is how he became Saul.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't even say like 95 to 5. I would say like 92.
Well,
to-
especially
or like
that
90,
near the last
99
few
98 to
episodes of
2.
Better Call Saul.
the last few episodes. Then that kind of changes my perception. Yeah, I'd say 95.5 for that.
Okay, if I ever watch Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, that's how I'll do it.
You haven't
No.
seen them?
No,
Oh my god.
I don't watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
If I do, I'll watch more animated
yeah.
things. I like the animation medium more than live action.
I can respect that.
I agree with that. I love the
Nicola, I don't
animation
want to
medium.
deflower you right now, but continue what you're saying about you're only season 2 right now. That's kind of it's a good season, but it's kind of a low point. The really strong seasons are like 3, 4, 5, 6.
3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, that's what I've heard as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Breaking
It gets
Bad's
good
it's a
really
long
at the
show
end.
then.
Yeah, it's longer than Breaking
And
Bad.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
And like there's the episode, like the 5th episode of season 3. That's like the best episode of the show.
It
Chicanery.
is, I agree. Oh, it's so
Chicanery's
fire.
so good.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
you like the show? You like? What did
Yeah,
you feel?
I do like it.
What did you
It's
feel
quite
about the
interesting.
Chuck stuff?
The Chuck stuff.
do you like
I
Chuck as a
liked him in the-
Honestly, I think he's definitely built up so that everybody would like him in the beginning until it comes out that he just does not respect Saul at all as
Yeah.
a lawyer. And then from there, it's just kind of sad because you can see that he's like kind of trying to apologize, but he doesn't understand how to.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't really deserve to apologize, I guess.
And it
So
just
it's just kind of sad.
it just continues on from there. It's even worse from
Yeah,
there.
that's what I assumed.
So, guys, we're about that finishing time, and I think I want this how to end every podcast. One of us recommends a movie or TV show to watch that we've talked about today. So, how about Aiden? Just recommend him something.
I think
Aiden.
I would recommend Cowboy Bebop. It's very good. It's short, which is good. Each episode is about like 22 minutes long, and it's only 26 episodes. And then there's also the movie and a live action reboot if you're interested in watching more. But it's animation, it's anime, which might turn people off. But I think that people should be more accepting of of animation as a medium. I'm kind of annoyed that people don't really think of animation
Yeah,
in
it's kind of
high
frustrating.
regards.
because
Like,
I do like it.
did you see what Bob Chapek said, the CEO of Disney?
What did he say?
He said that animation isn't typically something adults would watch after they put their kids to bed.
Oof. Wait, I thought that was
I'm mad about
Like
that.
yeah.
he runs Disney. You are the animation studio. You are Mr. Animation, and you actually said that about the medium you work with?
It's
Literally, like 2 of my top 5 shows are.
yeah. I would
animated.
say
Yeah,
probably
because they're
my favorite
good.
show of all time is probably Rick and Morty.
And that's animated. And that's an adult for adults. Children don't watch that.
Okay, so guys, here's an outro I think we can do. Guys, remember, always use Celsius. Thanks for listening.